Love. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, I am become a sounding brass and a tinkling cymbal. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 1. Your 1,000 words will begin now. Love. Love is the most misused word today without a doubt. It is also the most misinterpreted, misconstrued, maligned, and mangled of all the words in the dictionary. If a study were to be conducted, I would wager that when people say love, they really mean lust, or merely like. For the word love connotes more than just an emotion. While emotion is a factor in it, it isn't all that love is made for. It is my belief that love is an action word, and its main component is commitment. And in its truest sense, it is good. To look more into love, nay, to even be more precise about it, on we go to the Greeks, who only hasn't got one or two, but 4 words for love. And here they are as follows. Love as storge. This type of love is the kind where one loves someone through the fondness of familiarity. This is the love, for example, that is present in family members bound by chance. Examples are your parents' love for you, your siblings, and everyone's towards each other like musical chairs. Oxytocin, a bodily hormone secreted by a mother during pregnancy and childbirth, can make the baby fall in love with the mother, and as the baby exhibits its nature being cute and cuddly, love as a physiological function happens in a continuous loop. This is the love that is natural in that it exists without coercion. So posits C.S. Lewis on storge love. You can choose your friends, they say, but you cannot choose your family. It can be a bane or boon indeed, be that as it may. This type of love can be broken no matter how rooted. By death, by unresolved and sustained conflicts, and worse, by the contest for money. Love as phileo. Commonly termed brotherly love. This exists among persons sharing the same interests and values and can even be born of adversity. It's made special because the participants have chosen each other, much like the affinity you have for your best friends, your cousins, club members, and fraternities. It is one where experiences are shared in youth, milestone events are partaken, preferences and proclivities are so shaped together. There is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. So says Proverbs 18:24. This bond is hard to break. These pairings are made of free will and are deliberate. However, such connections, despite being wrought by spit or blood compacts, chances still remain where it could be severed, and that also by the method by which it was created, which is by choice. Love as Eros. Romantic love. The most temperamental of all types of love, in my view. Unfortunately, for cultures without the gift of specificity in language, this love is interpreted as a definite article of all the loves in this generation. Regarded as the end-all and be-all, Eros is so profound yet so shallow, ecstatic yet reverting subjects to debasement, most pleasurable yet when applied imprudently, as in most cases, it transforms euphoria into chaos and affection to hate in a flash. Eros forges a gamut of emotion, a spectrum of subsistence, and a range of outcomes that the Greeks made a god out of it. Yet of all the classifications of love, despite its eventuality, this one is the most ad interim and ephemeral of all loves. Finally, agape love. Agape, love that is unconditional. The one where the word charity is derived from because it gives without any expectation of reciprocation. But now abideth faith, hope, and charity, these 3. But the greatest of these is charity. Agape is the most noble without regard for self, even self-recognition. If one gives to charity and one's name is brandished all over in connection to it, the act technically loses all qualifications of agape. To humans, agape is not natural, but self-preservation and self-aggrandizement, which are inverse, rather are. Howbeit, above it all, agape is the only love that has an eternal value, and one that cannot be broken because its existence is not contingent upon a response. Agape is a one-direction flow that will not benefit the source, and so honorable that even if refused, it will still. I believe it was 2,000 years ago, somewhere in the Middle East, on a hill called Golgotha, a man named Jesus who hailed from Nazareth. Whether you believe him to be Messiah or not, as God the Son or not, there he was, on some organic pieces of wood he hung, with the position of his body fashioned as a cross. What was he doing? Many people asked. Was he a criminal? But no one testified. He blasphemed, some said, because he admitted himself to be one with God the Father, thereby declaring himself to be God. Whether one approbates this notion or not, it is articulated in the scriptures that because mankind was separated from God by reason of sin, there would be no forgiveness of sin unless an eternal sinless blood could be atoned for. And this is the way by which God instituted redemption from the start. However, it wouldn't be your blood or my blood that will do, because we're all sinful. And there is no remission that would wash away our sinfulness but that of the sinless blood of Jesus Christ. With his death, he gave to us the ultimate of all the loves. By giving himself to die in our stead, he gave us that agape love that we just spoke about. What does this mean, you ask? It simply means if we receive and trust in his atonement and believe on his resurrection, we will be forgiven once and for all. Wouldn't you concur that this is the King of all loves and the truest of all loves, an agape love that exists presently and for eternity? Christ's agape love for you, and it's all yours for the taking. Thank you for listening. This has been your 1,000 words delivered on love.